the coalition government? Any persons?
Yes. So they told us to vote, we voted, and we now have a government that absolutely none of us, in fact, voted for. Yes, we managed to get rid of brown, but we now have some mixture of blue and yellow, so it appears we've got brown all over again. And you may have seen we had Richard Littlejohn in the Daily Mail describing the new coalition as like the film Brokeback Mountain because it involved two men working closely together. I would like to describe Richard Littlejohn as like the film The Shining. A dangerous psychopath sat at a typewriter, going demented, typing the same crap over and over again.
Thank you very much, Andy Patterson. OK, let's spin the wheel again. The subject is accents. Who wants to come in on that? Diane.
Apparently, they're going to start using more regional accents on things like computers and answer machines, you know, because people are getting bored with the usual American or posh-sounding voices on things, and they want some alternatives. And I was trying to think what else you could have, and then I thought, imagine someone's trying to force the door on one of those talking cars, and instead of it going, stop, move away from the car, this car is alarmed, instead of that, you get, oi, get off, you'll break it. See, I think they should get an old woman to do the tube stops on the London Underground. This is Collie Edgewood. I'm 87. This is Hanger Lane. I used to have a friend who lived in Hanger Lane. She's dead now.
Thank you very much, Jack. And that leaves us with Milton. Let's see what subject. Let's spin the wheel. The subject is family.
One of my earliest memories is seeing my mother's face through the oven window. As we played hide and seek, and she said, "You're getting warmer." My auntie Jean got a sister called Jean. Her daughter, Jean, just had a baby, called it Jean. They all went to a nightclub to celebrate. They got to the door and the bouncer said, "Sorry." You're all wearing trainers. My grandfather, Jean, always complaining about how much things cost. £1.50 for a cup of tea, £2.25 for 3 custard creams. I said, "Look, Grandad, you just popped round. I didn't invite you." My other grandfather, he was always going on about how in the old days people could leave their back doors open, which is probably why his submarine sank. My other grandfather, when he died, we didn't even get the chance to say goodbye, which was all the more poignant because he drowned in a bowl of Cheerios.
And the points go to Milton Jones. There you go. The first subject is nationality. Who wants to come in on that?
I'll take it.
Jared.
Like most of you, I've got a nationality. I'm from New Zealand, and the thing is, growing up in New Zealand was pretty tough. It's pretty tough, especially with the name Jared Christmas. That's my real name. Jared is spelled J-A-R-R-E-D. Thanks, Mum and Dad, that's Jard. Cheers for the double whammy of Christmas as well. Woo! High school was a treat. For a whole year, I had a teacher. Whenever she was calling the register in the morning, I was never allowed to go, "Hi, hello, I'm here, good to see you." No, every morning it was Anders, present, Brown, present, Christmas. I don't want to show off or anything, but I've got an older brother. All right, thank you. And he's in the New Zealand Army. It's just him. And now you're laughing because you're thinking, New Zealand got an army. What was the last conflict they were involved in? Lord of the Rings. That's what they did.
Well done, Dara. Thank you very much. OK, let's spin the wheel again. The subject is South Africa.
We have the dung beetle. Some of you may have seen the dung beetle at the opening ceremony of the World Cup. The dung beetle in the language of Xhosa, which is one of our 11 I actually speak, is Xhosa. It's actually the dung beetle is Xhoxotwane. And if you want to say, I'm fine, thank you, in Xhosa, you say, Kabakab vinegar. You coming to South Africa, learn that language. It'll open doors for you, like, no. And we've tried the red button to get rid of the BBC commentary in South Africa. This is not a lie. We have to listen to your commentary. And what a lot of people are doing is turning the sound down on the television and putting the radio onto Radio Xhosa because those commentators are a lot more exciting. I watched England play America. And that guy came on and he was like, Zimbintaba Matoda! Soccer City Stadium! That was just the beginning, and then he came on and said, some people call him the ref started a game. I'm a Lions. But in the USA, Tatibol Steven Gerrard, Dangerous Kakulu Stevie G. Oh, Stevie G, Nugalaboro Rooney, Rooney. Why does that the USA Tati Clint Dempsey, Tati Shot, Robert Green? Oh, Butterfingers!
Thank you. Well done, Nick. That leaves us with Jack. Let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. OK, it's charity. Jack.
I find charity quite confusing. I was walking down the street the other day, and one of those women with the blue NSPCC bibs and a bucket and clipboard came up to me. She said, do you like kids? I said, surely there's got to be subtler ways of catching sex offenders. But I do like the people that go and do it, charity work, when they, like, leave school and stuff. The girls that go off and do it for, like, a year, and then they come back and you realise the only reason they've done it is so they can shove it down your throat. Like, oh, my God, it was so amazing. We went to Tibet. Oh, literally, where to start? Preferably near the end. Oh, no. Me and my friend Viskiri, who's ethnic, by the way, did I mention, and Cassandra, who's properly working class and has a penchant for benefit fraud, well, we just talked around Tibet, smoking the most amazing Thai grass, talking about, like, 9/11 conspiracy theories and foot massaging lepers, and we found the most wonderful little monastery on the foot of Mount Hitra Pitra Metra Piketra Atu. And we stayed there for weeks just helping the orphans. It just makes you think, haven't the orphans suffered enough? I did it, though. I did a bit of charity work once. On my gap year, I went and did a little bit of volunteer work in a special needs school for children and just playing games with them, football, tennis. And it does genuinely make you feel really good inside, because you always win.
Well done. At the end of that round, the points go a little bit of it. Travel. Who wants to come in that?
I'll do it.
Chris has.
The most dangerous roads in the whole of the world are British motorways. That is my sincere belief. Not because of the speed, because you can't get up speed on the British motorway because you're stuck behind a dick in a caravan. Do you know, I found this out. 1 in 5 families in this country goes caravanning. Why? What makes a family who don't get on in a normal-sized house believe that squeezing themselves into a tin for a fortnight is going to improve matters? It's such a self-deluding activity, which for me is symbolised by that. You know that 5-foot-long wing mirror, the attachable wing mirror the dad puts on the car? Well, I have to see what's behind me. It's of paramount importance that at all moments I can see what is behind me. Oh, for goodness sake, just paste a picture of a traffic jam on there, because that's what's behind you. You don't need to look to see what's behind you. It's there because you are. So the government, they're boring, right? The motorways are boring, and the government puts up those signs to stop us falling asleep, saying, TARDIS can kill, take a break. But the thing is, we're not surprised by those signs anymore, so they don't really work. I think they have to keep changing them. I think they should change those signs to keep us on our toes. Change them to ones that say, déjà vu can kill, take a break. And then one exactly the same, half a mile.
OK, let's spin the wheel again. Our next topic is politics. Who wants to come in on that? Any persons?
So, we have a Liberal-Conservative coalition. It makes no sense, does it? Two words that mean completely opposite things. It would be like having the Whig-Baldy coalition or having voted for the no-swearing arse party. We have a new Foreign Secretary, William Hague. I don't think he's going to be taken seriously, is he? Every time he goes to Afghanistan, they're just going to think, oh, it's Ross Kemp on another undercover show. I mean, at the moment, you know, we'll never know, will we? Exactly how much Bigotgate affected the election result. Why didn't Gordon Brown just answer Gillian Duffy's question? All she said was, those Eastern Europeans, where are they coming from? Now, even I could have answered that question.
Thank you very much, Paddy Parsons. OK, that leaves us with Mickey. Let's see what topic you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is food. Oh, here you go.
Now, this is one of my favourite topics because I absolutely hate restaurants. And my wife loves restaurants. She's middle class. She's been skiing and everything. And she loves a restaurant. She says, can we go to a restaurant at the weekend? And I say, yes, we can. And we're barely there 2 minutes, and she's like, isn't it a lovely ambiance? And I say to her, I don't know what you're talking about. I've worked out what an ambiance is. It's a night out about poor people, isn't it, basically? It's people with a few quid to say, can we just have one night out about the poor people turning up? You know what they're like. They'll be banging spoons together, singing Mailman's a Dustman, creating an atmosphere. We want an ambiance. So we try and enjoy the ambiance. But something's happened spoiling it for me. There's no tomato sauce on the table. Creating the situation when my wife looked at me, she said, you're going to ask for tomato sauce, aren't you? I said, yes, I am. Because I'm going to have the risotto. You can't eat risotto without red sauce, it's too dry. It's a health and safety issue. You've got to zhuzh it up with a bit of red sauce, right? So I thought, I'm not having it. I said to the waitress, excuse me, do you have any ketchup in the building? She's looked at me like I'm the worst pleb God has ever put breath in. She went off to the kitchen and I saw her making her way back with a pot about that big, about 2 chipfuls of tomato sauce. I thought, oh, here we go. She's tried to put it down and walk away like she's doing a drug deal or something. And I stopped her. I said, hold on, love, don't rush off. And I took a sip of it. And I looked at her, I said, yes, I'll have a bottle, please.
Thank you very much, Mickey. Well done. And that point's going to make it fun again. Well done. First subject is weather.
Oh, OK.
OK, Chris House.
We, in this country, massively overreact to weather. There was this a tornado in Birmingham a few years ago. The tiniest tornado you've ever seen in your life. In America, a tornado is a massive thing that destroys whole states. Here, the twister hit Selly Oak. And the entire British press went nuts. The Guardian said it dislodged roof tiles and smashed plant pots. Oh, no! They interviewed these 2 lads on the Today programme on Radio 4. One of them said it was horrifying. He said, I was sat in my back room. I thought the window was going to come in. Next thing I knew, a bin liner flew past. Not a car, not even a bin liner. It was so breezy. And he talked to his mate. They said, what was it? His mate had evidently been followed down the street by the tornado, right? Before, presumably, he went behind his gate and shot it and the tornado bounced off. What was it like? Ow! Ow!
He said, "Oh, it was horrifying." He said it was like being followed down the street by a giant carrot. Not a whirling funnel of death. A giant carrot. I hate vitamins.
Thank you very much, Chris. OK, let's spin the wheel again. The subject is school. Who wants to come in with that? Hello, sir.
Is that an apple for school? I went to school in Scotland, so I've never seen. According to a recent shock statistic, 1 in 3 children, 1 in 3 15-year-olds in the UK admits to being sexually active. I think anybody who's actually shocked by this statistic forgets their school days. Now, just because a 15-year-old claims to be sexually active does not mean that they are sexually active. If some youth worker approached you at 15 years old in front of all your mates and asked you if you were sexually active, you'd be going, "Of course, mate, who's Shagger?" Put me in for 4, pal. Another fun memory of school. Remember the first day back at school after the summer holidays, first day of term, that was a good day. You pay attention, that was the day you found out what class you were in. I don't mean educationally, I mean socially. First day after summer, you had the rich kids. They'd come strolling in with a suntan and a new school bag, and then the poor kids would come in with a black eye and a new second name. You need to ask your teacher, "Sir, how come Jamie Cosgrove's now called Jamie de la Cruz?" "Oh, that's because his mum's dirty." That was my school days. Cheers.
OK, Russell, let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is joy.
2 very giddy albinos there. Do you know what gives me joy? People who are a bit different. I fell in love with my friend Tom, age 5. He stood up in the middle of a nativity play and went, "Well, enough's enough." What made it even better, he was the front end of a donkey. I like noises as well. I heard this in a supermarket the other day. Whee! I thought, I'm following that, right? It was an old man skidding on a trolley. He'd done the trolley gauntlet, just whee! Just this blur of giddy wrinkles. What made it even better, a security guard stopped him and went, "Oi, I've told you." How can that not make you happy? And sometimes we laugh at stuff that we shouldn't. Like, I was in a pub recently, I saw a full-size Jenga topple onto a pissed dwarf. Now, the head says no, the belly says yes! Laugh, Russell! Before the bricks hit his tiny face, he went, "Bloody hell." A bloke 2 seats along went, "That was like 9/11. You're there going, "Oh, God."
Thank you very much, Russell. And the points there go to Chris and Kevin. First subject is transport. Who wants to come in that? Miles.
Yes, transport, public transport. Why is public transport so horrendous? Well, the clue is in the question, isn't it? It's the public. You're horrific. I don't take public transport terribly often, but sometimes I do it for a dare. Some friends and I once had a competition to see who could stay for the longest on a night bus without vomiting. Although, once I got on the bus, it was quite clear that all the other passengers were involved in a similar competition. None of them were doing terribly well. My seat had a sign next to it saying, "This seat is particularly appreciated by the elderly and infirm." Yeah, certainly smelt like it. Now, what a journey. Every time somebody pressed the stop button, it pinged. The oik sitting next to me stood up because he thought his McCain's microwavable chips were ready. Brutal. Anyway, while I've been speaking, I imagine a lot of the ladies in here have been looking at me. Possibly, you know, you're thinking, is he or isn't he? Well, I've got to be honest with you, ladies. I am looking for a cleaner.
OK, let's spin the wheel again. The subject is marriage. Who wants to come in on that? Stewart.
I'm not married. If I was married, would I be able to do this? For that long? I am married. My wife and I met at a castanet class where we clicked. That's not entirely funny. No, we actually met in a museum, and the rest is history. 14 more. No, we actually met at a driving range where we hit it off. Can't be true. No, we actually met in a library. That's novel. Ooh. No, actually, Wayne Rooney introduced us. It was a no-brainer. I'm only kidding. I'm not married. I am married. That's why I'm wearing the ring. Oh, no. It must have fallen off in that hooker. Anybody who's married knows what I'm talking about when I say this, that you really find out about someone after you marry them. Like, for example, my wife doesn't have a peanut allergy. No, it turns out she has a penis. That's it, she has a penis.
OK, that leaves us with Mickey. Let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the subject is parenting.
A few years ago, my wife and I had a baby. Well, we didn't have it straight away. We had to cook it up for a little while. And so she suggested we go to these classes run by the National Childbirth Trust in our local area. They're very middle-class antenatal classes. They're run by this fascist breastfeeding woman. Who's basically, you can go to her home on a Tuesday night. She's breastfeeding her 9-year-old son during the session. It's not awkward. All the men are checking the coving out. It's come away up there because they should have put glue both sides. That's... No, she's still doing it. What are you going to do? And I think by week 4, she's running out of ideas, so she started on the men. She said, I'm going to ask the men this evening, the men. The men are coming on board. How might they benefit by giving birth to the baby themselves? Can we talk about those benefits? Now, there's 6 of us in a circle. I'm in trap 3. Not the best position, not the worst one either. Chap number 1's in the best position. He said, if you gave birth to the baby yourself, he said you'd have an empathy with womankind and her struggle over the centuries, creating a greater relationship with your partner. I was thinking, oh, cobblers, I was going to use that one. Chap number 2 dug in, fair enough. He said, well, if you gave birth to the baby yourself, he said you'd have a bond with the child at a more primeval, physical level. Started crying. Nice touch. Mother Earth looked at me, I'm having a panic attack. It's all gone a bit hazy. She said, Michael? I said, well, at least you'd be 100% sure it was yours.
OK, the end of that round. Four's going to make it time again. Festivals. Who wants to come in on that? Kevin.
Festivals. Nice picture there. That's actually me on your left. So, I was at a Christian rock festival. I never really meant to be there. I was just passing through this Christian rock festival and there was a stall set up that said a free toastie for all of God's children. So I thought, shame on. I said, how's it going, mate? Can I have a toastie? And the guy said, are you a Christian? And I thought, well, if I'm not a Christian, am I not getting a toastie? That's not very Christian. And with this, the guy crumbled. And stood back to reveal a chalkboard and he said, OK, you can have cheese or cheese and ham. And I thought, just cheese, mate, because I'm a Jew.
OK, let's spin the wheel again. The subject is family. Who wants to come in on that? Russell.
So, it wasn't easy growing up trying to be a little liberal kid in the most right-wing family in the whole of my town. My dad was the most right-wing person I knew, but always quick to point out, I'm not racist, but. That was the danger word. I'm not racist, but... Or the latest remix, which is even more innocuous and dangerous, All I want to do is have a sensible discussion about immigration, yeah? Isn't it obvious? All right, no one with that face wants a sensible discussion about anything. I just want to have a sensible little chat in the back of that transit van over there, yeah? Me and my brothers, the rest of your family, Mr. Woolham whatever your bloody name is, mate, yeah? Get in the van, right? My dad even managed to be prejudiced about my first car decision. How do you even achieve that? By British or German. Do not bring Crappanese onto my driveway, boy. Not only that, but I chose a hybrid car. Part electric, part petrol, papa, right? Another question mark hanging over my sexuality. It's the noise of it when it drove off. Thanks for Sunday lunch. Bye, Daddy. Thank you.
Good man. OK, that leaves us with Milton. Let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is jobs.
I used to work at a Christian rock festival selling toasties. The best day was when I sold this Jewish bloke some yellow ham. My dad was a dustman. I didn't like him coming to collect us from school, though. Not because I was ashamed he was a dustman, it's just you never knew which day he was going to come. The rest of my family were police marksmen. Apart from my grandfather, he was a bank robber. He died quite recently, surrounded by his family. My uncle, he's a police frogman. No, sorry, he's a French policeman. I used to work in a supermarket. It was my job to hand out samples of things for people to taste. But I was asked to leave after the little cups of bleach incident. After that, I worked in a pathology lab, but I was asked to leave after one of my reports said cause of death, autopsy.
Milton Jones! Come on back. Let's spin the wheel. And it's the economy. Any Parsons?
I suppose we should be grateful we're not in Greece. Things very bad there. There's rioting. Things so bad, the austerity measures, that they can't even afford to put petrol in their milk bottles to chuck them. Things are so bad they're having to put milk in their milk bottles. That's how bad things are. Oi, take that! Yeah, in 2 hours your clothes are going to smell really bad. The European Central Bank, right, they have said that when it comes to Greece, they think it may be a bit like the Ebola virus, right? And they said we may have to cut off our leg to survive. Now, they may know a bit about finance. They know very little about the Ebola virus. It affects your entire body. You cut your leg off, you've still got the Ebola virus. You've just got one leg bloody less.
Thank you very much, Andy Parsons. OK, let's spin the wheel again. The subject is clubbing. Who wants to talk about that? Miles.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you can all tell I'm a bit of a clubber. Nothing I like more than getting down to the local hotspot and shaking the old batty and ting, a bit of shawaddy-waddy. Don't mind if I do. No, I have tried nightclubbing. It's not really my thing. I'm a bit too delicate, my system. I was in a nightclub recently. A fellow young raver danced up and shouted, "I'm loving it, loving it, loving it!" I replied, "I'm finding it all a bit noisy, finding it all a bit noisy, finding it all a bit noisy." People jump around like crazy in those places. At one point, my cup and saucer was knocked clean out of my hand. It's tricky. I mean, I've tried the dancing. That's not my thing either. I don't care if I haven't got sexy Latin rhythms. I've got a Latin A-level. Much more transferable in the job market. Comes on the on the dance floor. Recently, a lot of my fellow young ravers were blowing whistles, so I joined in and gave a bloody good pop on my bugle. Unfortunately, that meant half the Bosworth Hunt came charging in across the dance floor. Hounds mistook 3 of the ginger students for foxes, and there was a hell of a mess.
Thank you very much, Master. OK, that leaves us with Jack. Let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is health.
I know what you're thinking. Yeah, that is my gun. So, we are in the midst of an obesity epidemic, and the people I blame, definitely, are the supermarkets, because I don't think they're doing enough, right? Like, you go into any supermarket now, and you buy food. If you care about what you put into your body, you look at the nutritional information, you know, the little wheel of guilt that every packet has on it now. That lures you in, doesn't it? Like, you buy something, like ice cream. It's like, this ice cream only contains 5% of your daily intake of calories. You're like, oh, that's very promising. I'll buy and eat the ice cream then. Then you look up a little bit closer, above the little wheel of guilt, tiny white writing, 1/8 of a tub. Oh, you cheeky bastard. You're not allowed to do that. Put on the packet whatever makes it sound good to sell the product, then make up a ludicrously unrealistic portion size so I buy it like a twat. That's like Greg's going, this sausage roll only contains 2% of your daily intake of calories, if you lick it. It needs to be more. I think what the supermarkets need to start doing is putting warnings on their packets of food, like they do with cigarettes. You buy cigarettes, it's got a horrible picture of, like, a lung caked in shit. You're like, oh, I don't want to smoke that. You should do it with food. Tesco's on cakes should just have pictures of, I don't know, a really fat woman crying as she walks out of Topshop empty-handed.
OK, at the end of that round, what the hell? Points for everyone. Come on, sit back down again. Trust. Who wants to come in on that? Sean.
I get guilty when I'm with a friend and he loses money in his house. This happened to me recently. My friend lost a £5. I thought, does he think I've taken his £5? Is this what's happening? He thinks I've taken... I want to say I haven't taken his £5, but I don't want him to think that I'm guilty. And then I start thinking, hang on, have I taken his £5? Maybe I've taken his £5. Maybe I've put his £5 in my pocket. I want to check my pocket. I can't check my pocket. If he sees me checking my pocket, he's going to think I've nicked his £5. I want to go and hide and check my pocket. I can't hide and check my pocket. If I hide and check my pocket, he's definitely going to think I've nicked his £5. So I went into the bathroom. I found his £5. I couldn't go and give it to him. It would have looked like I got guilty, decided to give it back. I can't just leave it there. He's seen me go in. It's going to look like I planted it, so I just nicked it.
OK, let's spin the wheel again. Subject is family. Who wants to come in on that? Greg.
All of my family are obsessed by the ageing process. Every single generation of us are obsessed by it at the moment. I'll just share this with you before I talk about other family members, just so I can get it off my chest. I was visiting my parents last week, and an old family friend came up to us in the street and said to my mum, "Hello, Pauline, how are you?" She said, "I'm all right, thanks, Kath, how are you?" And then she looked up at me and she said, "Hello, Bob, how are you?"
Bob is my dad. He is 75 years of age.
All of us are obsessed with it. All of us are obsessed with ageing in our family. Even my nan. My nan is doing her best to hold off the years. She puts a pound of face cream on every single morning, you know, and there's not a face cream on the market that works, ladies and gentlemen. I know that because of my nan, because she's a lovely woman, but she's religiously applied this stuff, and with the best will in the world, her face is ruined. I said to her, "You've spent all that time and all that money, Gran, and your face is no better than Grandad's." And he's dead. He died in the war. He got shot in the face. With a cannon.
OK. That leaves you with Milton. Let's see what you've been after. Let's spin the wheel. And the subject is travel.
When I was young, my mum used to put food on a spoon and say, "There's a train coming, there's a train coming, there's a train coming." We'd always eat it because we knew that if we didn't, she wouldn't untie us from the railway line. tried to get here by train today. They said, today there's a bus replacement service. So I gave them a tin of pineapple chunks. I said, what's that? I said, that's my money replacement service. I didn't have any money because her friend nicked my fiver. Thanks, that doesn't normally work. Anyway, I managed to borrow a car and I parked it up in Bus Lane. Last year I went on a ballooning holiday, put on 4 stone. The other day I bought one of those off-road vehicles. 3,000 quid, got it home, found out it was a canoe.
This round is a stand-up challenge. I launch the wheel of news, and wherever it chooses to stop, one of our performers must step forward to talk about that subject. The winner is whoever I think is the funniest. OK, here we go. Our first topic, please. And it's travel. Who wants to come in on that? Mark.
I think the thing with travelling is it's often quite hard to make yourself understood. I was in South Africa recently, and the way they talk there, that's not even the joke yet. I literally went to South Africa. All their vowels sound the same. So a word like cigarettes, it sounds like secrets. I was there. This guy was going, "Give me one of your secrets. Can I have one of your secrets?" Look, well, I once masturbated in a library. But in a way, I do at least prefer it when it's me travelling. I get very nervous when people I know and love are travelling, like my wife. My wife is always in planes and stuff. I get very nervous in case something happens to her. I've even resorted to checking, you can track the flight on the website. So the other week, my wife was flying, and I was there following it on the website, and it says, in the air. I couldn't relax till it said, landed. Which I know, I'm not sure how reliable a guide it is, really. I can't imagine if there is a problem, they change it to crashed. Turned into a fireball, frowny face.
Thank you very much, Mark. Well done. OK, let's spin the wheel again. The subject is international relations. Patrick.
The world is a very dangerous place, and I think in order to bring more peace and to prevent war, what we need to do is to cancel the United Nations and stand down all armies. What we should do is we should replace it. Every government should have to open a Facebook account. Because Barack Obama opened a Facebook account to run for president, and a year later, he won the Nobel Peace Prize. It would be great. If every government had a Facebook account, the world would be a much better place. America and North Korea are now friends. China likes this. Hezbollah has poked Israel. The people of Palestine have written on Israel's wall. Osama bin Laden has tagged you in an album. Jihad 2001. America and Pakistan have gone from in a relationship to it's complicated.
OK, that leaves us Milton and Russell. The next topic, please. And it's etiquette.
I'm quite a socially awkward bloke. Oh, thanks for laughing at just that. I saw a girl on a train recently, and she was eating a yoghurt, and for some reason my brain thought it would be a good idea to go, you know, that's very good for thrush. Like, she'd suddenly go, oh, sit down, stranger. I can't help it. I drift in. Like, I was at a museum the other day. Everyone said, don't take photos, and I was taking a photo. A 9-year-old girl arrives, goes, what are you doing? I'm taking a photo. She ran off. I'm off to tell the man. Now, the last thing you want to be doing is chasing a 9-year-old girl across a museum going, don't tell the man, don't tell the man. Added to the fact that when you catch her, you've got to go, I'll delete the photo. That doesn't look good.
Thank you very much, Russell. OK, Milton, let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is health.
My sister's got hay fever. Now she's got diabetes, so I tried to cheer her up, you know, flowers, chocolates. About a month before he died, my grandfather, we covered his back with lard. After that, he went downhill very quickly. Recently had bird flu, but it's all relative, isn't it? You know, if I had rabies and you offered me bird flu, I'd bite your hand off. Last summer, I set up a clinic for colonic irrigation, but the hosepipe ban hit us hard. Very much so.
I think the points have to go to Milton and Patrick. Give them a round of applause. Let's have our first topic, please. First topic is language. Who wants to come in on that? Chris.
Language, apparently, was developed by humans to help them during hunting. That's what people will tell you. I don't buy that. I think language is more likely to have developed spontaneously, probably between a cave couple who were just furious with each other, incandescent with rage, but completely incapable of expressing their emotion, just standing opposite each other in the cave mouth going until something had to give. And one of them finally snapped and went, "You prick!" And they all went, "Oh, it's all coming out now, isn't it? Never clean this cave up. This place is a tip." "Well, why didn't you say something before?" "Well, I couldn't, could I?" "You're a pig, you are. My mother warned me about you." "Oh, really? How?" Bantu, the Bantu languages of the southern African peoples, they speak with a system of clicks and tuts, this kind of using their throat and their tongue, and constantly surrounded by horses they've no need of. It's a nightmare for them. Bantu for go away horse is they're screwed, really, isn't it?
Thank you very much, Chris. OK, let's spin the wheel again. The subject is home life. Who wants to come in? Sarah.
My home life involves no children. I don't really like children. And if you ask, most of my female friends don't have kids. If you ask any woman who doesn't have kids what would worry them about having kids, the answer would always be childbirth. From what I understand of childbirth, it changes you downstairs, doesn't it? It changes you downstairs. I quite like my downstairs the way it is, thanks very much. Certainly don't want an extension. But it's bound to change, though, isn't it? Because you're forcing a person out. That's what you're doing. You're forcing a person out. I've never forced a person out. I forced a couple in. But I was in a shop recently, and this little boy came running over to me, put his hand in mine and shouted, "Mammy!" And I thought, oh, I sometimes forget me keys, but I think I'd remember that. And then his dad came over, and I thought, I wonder if this is the best chat-up line ever. And his dad's going to go, "No, no, that's not your mammy. Remember, your mammy left us because my willy's too big."
OK, that leaves us with Andy and John. The next topic, please. The topic is politics. Who wants to come in on that? Andy Parsons.
So we've had the Lib Dems announce their immigration plan. What they like to do is they'd like to put immigrants into places in Britain which don't, at the moment, have many immigrants. Quite what those parts of Britain will feel about that policy. I grew up for quite a long time in Cornwall, and there they regarded anybody who came from Devon as an immigrant. We had one bloke on our street who was known as the Traveller because he'd once been by train up to London. And we have a new president for Europe, a man by the name of Herman Van Rompuy. Now, the Sun can't wait to get a headline going on this one. Rumpy Pumpy, Rumpy Numpty, Humpty Rumpy. They'll go for gold if he gets involved in an affair with a one-legged ugly dwarf. Rumpy Pumpy from Rumpy Numpty with Frumpy Stumpy Grumpy.
Well done, Andy Parsons. OK, John, let's see what you've been left with. The topic is fitness.
I think as a country we all know that we're not as fit as we used to be. We still sell a lot of sports clothing though. I'm from Liverpool. If you ever go to Liverpool and you look around at the number of people in tracksuits, you'll think you're in an Olympic village. The reality is you've only got to see the size of the tracksuits to know that you're not in an Olympic village. And the problem is when you invest in some sport and clothes, you feel you've got to do something with them. I bought a brand new pair of running shoes, a brand new pair of shoes that I thought I'll have to do something. One of my mates said, why don't you join us? A few of us are doing a 10K race. Never run a 10K before, and when you enter, you've got to put an estimated finish time. I didn't know what to put down. I phoned my mate Sam up. I said, what shall I put down? He said, oh, put 22 minutes. I know that seems optimistic. I'll put 24 minutes. I sent the form in. I turned up on the day of the 10K race. I turned up with my mates. I was stood there with an orange number. All my mates had blue numbers. The steward came up to me. He said, what are you doing here? I said, well, I was thinking of running the race. He said, no, what are you doing back here with all the blue numbers? I said, why? He said, well, you're an orange number. I said, so what? He said, well, if you're an orange number, that means you're an elite athlete. He took me to the front. It was me and 3 Kenyans.
Good man, John. OK, in that round, the points go to Chris and Sarah. The first topic, please. The first subject is nationality. Who wants to come in on that? Andrew Max.
Listen, your national identity starts where you grow up. I grew up in a place called Ireland. Thank you. Anyway, it's a good place for comedy, people. Sometimes in Ireland, you don't even have to write jokes. It is just in the newspaper. Last year, an orangutan escaped from Dublin Zoo. And in the newspaper, and I quote, his zookeeper said, "We believe he was planning it for years." They reverse engineered his crime, and they found out over the last 15 years he'd been cultivating a tree to grow against the wall of his enclosure. What the hell kind of monkey Shawshank Redemption is that? Do we have any English people here? Welcome, English people. My son's English. That's how he talks. Hello, Dad. Do you want to trade Pokemon cards, Dad? Do you know how strangely baffling and oddly disappointing it is for an Irishman to have found out that he's accidentally made Englishmen? Seems to be set on Saxon.
Thank you very much, Andrew Maxwell. OK, let's spin the wheel again. The subject is family. Who wants to come in on that?
OK.
Andy.
OK, so I grew up in a Nigerian household, and I don't know if you know, but there's a lot of strong discipline in a Nigerian household. I think the best example of Nigerian discipline I heard recently on the local bus. And there was a woman on the bus, I believe her name was Auntie, and she had a little daughter with her, and the daughter was about 4 or 5 years old. She was messing around, and she wanted her to stop. But this is what she said. Nigerians, you see, they take discipline too far. She wanted the girl to stop, so this is what she said. She said, OK, do you want me to go to jail? And the little girl, to be fair to her, she said, yes. But the woman's reply was brilliant. She said, OK, so when we get home, I'm going to kill you. Then you will not have to see me again. The white people on the bus kind of looked like this section over here. They were kind of like, that's funny, but we're going to report that shit. The black people on the bus were like, very good, that's it. That's why this country's going down the toilet, you see? You see?
Thank you very much, Andy. OK, that leaves Russell and Stewart. The next topic, please. OK, it's work. Who wants to come in on that? Away you go, Stewart.
I don't think I got the job at Microsoft. They haven't responded to my telegram. I used to be a mime. It's only now I can talk about it. I was a trapeze artist, but I was let go. I was a trampoline salesman, off and on. I made clown shoes, which was no small feat. I I quit my job as a taxidermist for doing a half-assed job. Surprisingly, as an accountant, I was fired after only... half an hour. I quit my job at the helium gas factory. I refuse to be spoken to in that tone.
OK, Russell, let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And it's shopping.
There's a lady at the back whooping there, just looking at a basket. My favourite place to go shopping, without doubt, though, I love budget shops like Aldi and Lidl. I love them. My mum gets so excited. 1p for beans! 1p for beans! There's a reason they're 1p. Have you ever seen inside? There's no tomato sauce. They're just swimming in their own tears. Help me! They're not supermarkets. They're shelters for abused food. Broken biscuits. I was in a hobnob war. Reformed ham. What's reformed ham? I will never commit a crime again. Manager special, manager special. You're telling me he's licking the trolleys.
Thank you very much, Russell. Spin that round. The points go to Andy and Russell. The first subject is education. Andy Parsons.
Yes, well, I'd like to start off with arithmetic. And how come there's only one person on my team and two on theirs? You may have seen, however, that there is a school in Tyneside which now doesn't open until 10 a.m. in the morning because they think teenagers need an extra hour and a half in bed to cope with puberty. What a marvellous euphemism that is, ladies and gentlemen. My mother burst into my room unexpectedly and caught me coping with puberty. There have been a lot of teachers in the press recently, stories where they've been caught having sexual relationships with their pupil. The one that caught my eye, 26-year-old PE teacher who'd been caught shagging this 16-year-old lad. And the paper's going, oh, there's a lot of questions that need to be asked. I'm sure a question that a lot of people wanted to ask was, where was she when I was at school?
Thank you very much, Andy. OK, let's spin the wheel again. And the subject is media. Who wants to come in on that? Jack.
You hear the weirdest things on news reports. I was watching one a couple of months ago about the Californian forest fires. I genuinely heard a man say that apparently 300 mobile homes have been destroyed. Now, I don't know whether there are that many advantages to a mobile home, if any, but one of the main ones, the big selling point of the mobile home, is that you're not really tied down to an area, especially if the said area is on fire. I also saw the most ludicrous one ever, which was a guy on the news, a so-called expert, say that apparently obesity is now a bigger threat to this country than Al-Qaeda. It's definitely not. What would you rather have sat opposite you on the train on your way home? Some mental guy with a beard and like a 100-yard stare with a rucksack full of Semtex? Or just a jolly little fat kid with a rucksack full of Quavers? That's not me, like, belittling obesity, because actually my mum has quite a lot of issues with her weight. She uses those dieting pills, although I did have to point out to her the other day they don't work if you butter them.
Thank you very much, Jack. OK, Milton, let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is travel.
I've just come back from Australia. While I was there, I learnt some Aboriginal words like boo, which means to return, because when you throw an ordinary meringue... I didn't think much of the film on the plane coming back from Australia. It turned out to be a 24-hour animation of a plane travelling from Sydney to London. Whatever you do, don't go and see Time to Destination. Italians, slanty little eyes. Sorry, italics. Just come back from Dartmoor, where I spent 3 days shooting at life-size models of Sarah Ferguson and Princess Diana. Got nothing against them myself, it's just they made it part of the Duke of Edinburgh's awards scheme. I've just come back from Russia. Always wanted to go out with a Russian girl, because in my experience, inside every Russian woman, there's another Russian woman.
OK, point in that round. Go to Milton and Jack. Come on back. First subject is weather.
Oh,
OK, Chris House.
We, in this country, massively overreact to weather. There was this a tornado in Birmingham a few years ago. The tiniest tornado you've ever seen in your life. In America, a tornado is a massive thing that destroys whole states. Here, the twister hit Selly Oak. And the entire British press went nuts. The Guardian said it dislodged roof tiles and smashed plant pots. Oh, no! They interviewed these two lads on the Today programme on Radio 4. One of them said it was horrifying. He said, I was sat in my back room. I thought the window was going to come in. Next thing I knew, a bin liner flew past. Not a car. Not even a bin liner! It was so breezy. And he talked to his mate. They said, what was it? His mate had evidently been followed down the street by the tornado, right? Before, presumably, he went behind his gate and shot it and the tornado bounced off. What was it like? Ow! Ow! He said, ow. It was horrifying. He said it was like being followed down the street by a giant carrot. Not a whirling funnel of death. A giant carrot. I ate vitamins.
Thank you very much, Chris. OK, let's spin the wheel again. The subject is school. Who wants to come in with that? Hello, sir.
Is that an apple for school? I went to school in Scotland, so I've never seen... According to a recent shock statistic, 1 in 3 children, 1 in 3 15-year-olds in the UK admits to being sexually active. I think anybody who's actually shocked by this statistic forgets their school days. Right, just because a 15-year-old claims to be sexually active does not mean that they are sexually active. If some youth worker approached you at 15 years old in front of all your mates and asked you if you were sexually active, you'd be going, of course, mate, who's Shagger? Put me in for 4, pal. Another fun memory of school. Remember the first day back at school after the summer holidays, first day of term, that was a good day. You pay attention, that was the day you found out what class you were in. I don't mean educationally, I mean socially. First day after summer, you had the rich kids. They'd come strolling in with a suntan and a new school bag, and then the poor kids would come in with a black eye and a new second name. You need to ask your teacher, sir, how come Jamie Cosgrove's now called Jamie De La Cruz? Oh, that's because his mum's dirty.
Well done.
That was my school days. Cheers.
OK, Russell, let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is joy.
Two very giddy albinos there. Do you know what gives me joy? People who are a bit different. I fell in love with my friend Tom, age 5. He stood up in the middle of a nativity play and went, well, enough's enough. What made it even better, he was the front end of a donkey. I like noises as well. I heard this in a supermarket the other day. Whee! I thought I'm following that, right? It was an old man skidding on a trolley. He'd done the trolley gauntlet, just whee! Just this blur of giddy wrinkles. What made it even better, a security guard stopped him and went, oi, I've told you. How can that not make you happy? And sometimes we laugh at stuff that we shouldn't. Like, I was in a pub recently, I saw a full-size Jenga topple onto a pissed dwarf. Now, the head says no, the belly says yes! Laugh, Russell! Before the bricks hit his tiny face, he went, bloody hell. A bloke 2 seats along went, that was like 9/11. You're there going, oh, God.
Thank you very much, Russell. And the points here go to Chris and Kevin. Subject, please. And the first topic is relationships. Ed.
So I've just moved in with my girlfriend. Thanks. Yeah, thanks. Cheers, thanks for the support, Mum. That's good of you. It's good, it's exciting. The first time I've lived with a girl. Obviously, we're finding out a lot more about each other that we didn't know before. What I found out about her is she's kinder, funnier, more sensitive than I ever realised. What we've both found out about me is I am a terrible, terrible prick and so difficult to live with. Because it turns out I am a tidy person. I didn't realise. I thought I was normal. But apparently it is not normal to have a favourite J-cloth. She is a messy, messy lady. She is unbelievable. She's laid back, no worries. She says that a lot. No, who has no worries? Are you dead? Are you a robot? What's wrong with you? You should wake up, worry, go to bed. That is a full day as far as I'm concerned. She genuinely said this out loud the other day. Hakuna Matata. And I'm starting to think the actual Swahili translation of that is doesn't hoover. Because there is underwear everywhere. This is an odd side effect of living with a girl that I did not fully anticipate. I no longer find women's underwear sexually titillating in any way whatsoever. Because I used to be able to just see underwear and that was enough to get me excited. Didn't have to be a woman in it. Just be a bra on the floor and I'd go, ooh, boobs were there. That's... It's enough. Now, nothing like that. I see a pair of knickers now, it's just something the remote control might be under.
Well done, Obama. Very good. That leaves us with Milton. Let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is medicine.
I have to go to the chemist soon to collect my prescription. Not from PC World like last time. Those tablets were very difficult to swallow. Recently, I went to the chiropractors, or as they call them in the capital of Egypt, the practors. Well, I put my back out trying to shoot horses, but it turns out the World Health Organization aren't trying to eradicate polo. My dad was a doctor, my mum was a nurse. They had 6 children. We all left home early. Well, they needed the beds. I remember the birthday I asked for that game, Operation. 3 years I waited. I was talking to a nurse the other day. She said the main problem facing the NHS is Holby City. Actually, she might have said obesity.
Well done. In that hand, points go to Ed Campbell. Right in the back. And the first topic is home life. Nate.
Yeah, I could talk about home life. I still live at home with my mum still. Thanks for the judgmental silence. Yeah, I live at home. My mates give me the most stick for it, because I'm the last one in my group of friends who still lives at home with my mum. They've all moved out, so they see me as a mummy's boy. And every time they see me, they're like, Nathan, what's wrong with you, man? Why are you still at your mum's, man? Aren't you embarrassed? Why are you still at your mum's? Why are you still at your mum's? It's like, I live in West London. Have you seen house prices? I'm not going anywhere, man. If anything, I'm looking at my mum thinking, when are you going to bloody leave? Clinging on, let it go, woman. She's gonna slap the black off me when she sees this. So yeah, I like peace and quiet. Although, to be honest, at home, I'm not getting a lot of peace and quiet at the moment, mainly because of my mum and my stepdad. They got married quite recently. And I'm happy for my mum. You know, she found happiness, she deserves it. However, at the moment, they're going through that honeymoon phase where they're having sex all the time. Yeah, it is bloody disturbing, man. Because my bedroom is like right next door, so like every time they do it, I hear everything. Like a few Saturdays ago, right? It's late at night, I'm about to go to sleep. From next door, I can hear my stepdad going, "Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh lord, oh lord, say something nasty, say something nasty, say something nasty." So I screamed out, "You're not my real dad!"
Thank you very much, Devin Denton. OK, that leaves us with Ed. Let's see what topic you've been left with. And the topic is diet.
I hope this isn't just a hint that I need to lose weight. Because I've lost quite a lot of weight recently anyway. I've lost about 6 stone in the last 3 years. Cheers, guys, thanks. I mean, no. Too late, you went with the British reaction. Thank you very much. Just couldn't give a shit, mate. Carry on. We don't... Stop showing off. We don't want to hear about it. Found myself in a bit of a nightmare situation recently. I went to the Middle East to do some gigs. Now, that bit was nice, that was lovely, but they put you up in a hotel where the food is all-you-can-eat buffets 3 times a day for 10 days. Now, this is a nightmare scenario for me because I cannot be trusted at an all-you-can-eat buffet. Sometimes I don't even remember the buffet bit. All I remember is picking up a plate and I'll wake up 6 hours later covered in rice and sauce. And I can't theme a buffet. I can't theme a buffet either. I won't pick up a plate and go, "Oh, I'll have some rice, I'll have some curry. Well done, Ed, you've made yourself an Indian meal." Won't do that. I'll get a plate, I'll get a spoon, and I'll run along the full line of trays, just scraping food from every nation onto it until I've got some sort of plate Pangea, just an unidentifiable mass, just Spanish food, Japanese food, Chinese food, Indian food, coffee, sushi, just horrible. Just wedge my face into it, everyone going, "Is that man all right?" Don't look at me! I'm having a buffet! Just food from all over the world. My body for 10 days had no idea where I was on this planet. I went for a shit 3 days in, a UN flag came out.
Well done. Jenna and Ed Campbell. Come on back.
The first subject is leadership.
Leadership looks fun, but it's stressful. Just look at anyone leading a conga. On the outside, it looks brilliant. They're having a great time all the time, just... Yes, you bloody are. Yes, you bloody are, mate. In their heads, just going, "I don't know where I'm going. I didn't plan a route. I never asked for any of this. God, I miss my family." Everyone's trapped in the conga. You think you can leave? You can't leave. Person at the back, maybe, they can let go, make a run for it. Everyone else, you let go. You're not out the conga. Now you're the leader of a rival conga. Now you've got turf wars to worry about. Worst case scenario, you're second from the back, you let go. The one person behind you loves congas, isn't giving up for anyone. You're trying to mingle at the party with a maniac on your hips. You have a serious discussion about the Lib Dem conference, they're still going hell for leather. You'd have to go swimming just to get rid of them. Never going to lead a conga. Never going to lead a free cheers either. I don't know who these lunatics are. I don't know where you acquire that level of confidence. Just get up in a room full of people. "Free cheers for Jackie, hip hip." What if everyone goes, "No"? Not free cheers for Jackie, she's an unpleasant person. How about no cheers for Jackie? Hip hip, shut up.
OK, that leaves us with Gary. Let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. OK, the topic is health. Where you go?
I'm a lot sportier than I might look. In fact, I picked up a little niggle at the gym the other day. I mean, he pronounces it Nigel. I had a very stressful journey getting here today. All the way, this lorry driver was right up my arse. But it was nice of him to give me a lift. I spent most of the afternoon hanging out at the swimming baths. And then somebody told me and I tucked it back in again. I put on a lot of weight recently, so I rang up Weight Watchers. I said, it's an emergency. Can you send somebody round? And they said, yes, we can. We got loads of those. My grief counsellor died recently, but luckily he was so good I didn't give a shit. I accidentally kicked the dog earlier and he bit me on the bollocks. My mate said it's karma. I said, no, if anything, he's even more angry. I asked the vet, what can I do? I think my dog's racist. He keeps barking at the Asian man next door. And the vet said, muzzle him. I said, I don't know, but he's got a beard. I went round to see my nan. I said, what you been up to? She said, weed in the garden. I said, well, at least you didn't shit in it. I was in the garden with my girlfriend earlier, and we saw the 18-year-old girl next door, all dolled up, ready to go out clubbing, and my girlfriend said, do you know what? At that age, I could really see myself in her. Which was weird, because I was thinking the exact same.
Thank you very much. Well done, Davey. Point there for Davey. Come on. Now we play a round called Is There Laugh on Mars? This game involves James and Josh, so if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This round is a stand-up challenge. I launch the wheel of news, and whoever chooses to stop, one of our performers must step forward and talk about that subject. OK, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. The first subject is technology. Who wants to come in that? Josh.
I don't want to brag, but I've got a new debit card, so... yeah, I know, one of the old touchy down here. If you haven't got one of these, you have not lived, my friends. Oh, my God, never did you feel so smug in your life. Well, there you go. How would you like to pay? Just have, mate. See you later. What am I off? The future. Thing is, you get used to it. You can't go back. You're going somewhere now. Well, they haven't got the technology. Do you want to just put in your PIN number? Are you kidding me? Do you expect me to stand here for 4 seconds pushing buttons? What is this, a Victorian workhouse? No, I'm sorry, Marks and Spencer's, no. I'll be getting my Percy Pigs elsewhere in future. The worst is when you think they have the touchdown technology, but they haven't. You look like you've never used a debit card before in your life. How do you like to pay? You're just going... Are you having a breakdown? I don't like it when they've got the terminal and they have to ask for your permission. Do you mind if I just... Yeah, couldn't give a shit, mate. Just... What? Yeah, just in case he goes, do you mind if I just... Yeah, £4,000 unlucky, my friend. Enjoy your Sprite. It's the opposite of the other one I don't like, which is when the waiter makes too much of not looking at your PIN number. I hate that if you'd just like to put in your PIN number. Well, I wasn't suspicious of you until now. Thank you very much, Josh.
OK, that leaves us with James. Let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the subject is food.
I'm trying to eat more healthily lately. I bought some ready-to-eat apricots this week. They say you are what you eat, which is true, because as soon as I bought the ready-to-eat apricots, I was ready to eat apricots. Those ready-to-eat apricots, they came in a resealable bag as well, because not everyone's as ready to eat apricots as they think they are. Maybe next time they'll buy ready-to-eat some apricots. I know shitloads about bread. There's no such thing as prawn bread. So the origin of prawn toast remains a mystery. Favourite place to eat is Pret a Manger. If you don't know Pret a Manger, it's an authentic French restaurant. So much in there, so much to manger. I love manger in there. I think my favourite thing to manger is the yoghurts. I love to manger the yoghurts. You've got granola on top, then mainly yoghurt, then like fruit compote at the bottom. It's the way they eat it in Paris. And get a spoon, you mix it all together, and then you manger it that way. If you like, or if you like, just leave it as it is, don't mix it, and just work your way down in order. Like, start off with nothing but granola to begin with, just shoveling raw granola in your mouth, just deflecting off your teeth, then power through the yoghurt for a really long time, getting absolutely nothing out of it, then end on the tangy compote. Like, whoa, what a finale! That's how I eat yoghurt. I eat them like they're packaged. That's why I like them fruit corners. They come with that little chaser.
Thank you very much. At the end of that round, the points go to James Acaster. And the first subject is parenthood. Who wants to come in that? Ed.
I've been thinking recently that I should maybe have a baby, but I've thought about it and definitely not. Couldn't handle that amount of responsibility, something that precious. It's terrifying. You know, I've got friends who've just had a baby and they offer that thing around like a plate of biscuits. Do you want to hold my baby? Do you want to hold my baby? I don't want to touch your baby. That is a heart in a bag. I'm going nowhere near that thing. You wouldn't send the work experience into the boardroom, would you? Start me off at holding your uncle and I will work my way up. This is Uncle Toby, 47, from Swansea. Don't worry about dropping me, Ed. I am absolutely shit-faced. Still can't help it. I still think I might want a baby. Like, there's just moments in life I'm just grabbing at signs from the universe. Think, oh, maybe I should have a baby. It's happened to me the other day. I was in the queue in a shop to buy a new light bulb. Because I'm not a student anymore, my light bulb had gone. I'm not going to sit there in the dark for 6 months. So I was in the queue, and in the queue in front of me was a man with a baby. He was a dad. You've got to give people the benefit of the doubt in that scenario. Can't go storming in going, excuse me, is that your baby? You've just got to admit it probably is, right? And on the wall, there were these light switches. They weren't real light switches. They were just, like, designer ones to show you what they would look like on the wall. And the baby was playing with them. Was going, ah-da-da-da-da-da-da, playing with them. And the dad was going, yeah, try that one. And was going, ah-da-da. I saw that. I thought, ooh, that's quite sweet. Maybe I want a baby. There's something in that tableau that I quite like. Maybe I want a baby. Am I broody? Is this brood? And then the dad walked off with the baby, and I wandered over to the light switches and started playing with them. I thought, oh, no, that's what I wanted.
Well good, Ed. So that leaves us with Milton. Let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is transport.
So I was on the bus the other day. Driver stopped, got off, wouldn't come back. Apparently some bloke with big teeth kept talking to him. Before that, though, I overheard a mermaid on the bus. She said, I like sitting on the beach, but my other half likes swimming. Anyway, reading between the lines is dangerous if you're waiting for a train. Anyway, I did a show in Liverpool recently, and afterwards a bloke came up to me and said, hey, listen, I want to talk. I said, well, just keep practicing. Next month, I'm in Northern Ireland, County Down, 4, 3, 2... I don't need a relationship. I am a rock. I am an island. Sometimes I go down to airport arrivals and I stand with a piece of cardboard saying, no one. Well, I did that until I had to give a lift to a Mr. Noon.
Well done. Give that round. The points go to Ed Gamble. OK, here we go. Our first topic, please. OK, the subject is politics. Let's go with that. Josh.
Hello. You may have noticed already from my performance on the show, but I'm not a political comedian. Not a political person at all. My friend said to me recently, Josh, what would you do if you were Prime Minister for the day? I was like, Prime Minister for the day? Probably not a lot. Not much I can do in a day is I probably get there, get my login sorted for the computer, have lunch, last day maybe get an early finish if I can. I do love the the first day in a new job, though. It's one of my favourite days. My advice, if you're starting a new job, day one, have a question ready to go, because they're always going to say, you got any questions? My question, always, day one, what's the whistleblowing policy? Just get them on the back foot. You're not messing about. I'm not going to have a go at any politicians, but all I'll say is that some things recently have been mishandled by certain individuals. So I'm going to say, certain individuals. I love it when people use that phrase, certain individuals. It's never anything good, is it, when that's used? Never anything positive, certain individuals. It's never, oh, thanks to certain individuals, we've raised £10,000 for cancer research. It's never that, is it? It's always, oh, due to the actions of certain individuals, this laser quest will no longer be serving alcohol. I've looked into some stuff, and I've got to tell you, Putin, not my cup of tea. I don't like that guy's vibe at all. I'm going to use the word toxic, OK? We've got to stop him. I saw a graphic recently, it showed a map of the UK, and it showed that if Putin dropped a bomb on London, that the blast would reach up as far as the Midlands, where I live. And I saw that, and I was like, we've got to do something. Because I am not taking in Cockney refugees. So I've got a spare room. If your Ukrainian family need it, you're welcome to it. I'm not having some prick from Shoreditch moving in with me. Tell me I'm making coffee wrong. I'm not having it. Grown men skateboarding across the border. It stops now. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. I could never be in the army. I'd be rubbish in the army. Couldn't even be in the army reserves, whatever they do. Army reserves, I think they fight against the smaller nations midweek. I think that's what they do.
Reverend Josh Hughes. That leaves with Alistair. Let's see what your topic is. Let's spin the wheel. The topic is growing up.
Sea levels have been rising for my entire life. But for the first 16 years, I was getting taller, so I didn't notice. It seemed a similar distance away. My first job was working by the sea. I worked on a pier on a ride called The Ride of Your Life. And we called it that because every year someone died. And that was just the price of fun in those days. Every year someone will be wounded or flung into the surf. It's like, what do you want us to do? Close the ride? It's a large piece of machinery that spins human beings around and around and around, operated and maintained by bored teenagers. Every so often someone's going to whiz off. To be fair, it was mostly older people on the pier, and old ladies really like me. Like, a lot. Like, you know those early Beatles films where they're being chased through the streets by teenage girls? Well, it's those girls' mums now. That's my demographic, and it's the hair that attracts them, I think. They approach me, they always say the same thing. They go, oh, wasted on a boy. And they follow it with a question, do you mind if I ask? Is it natural? And I say, no, I was cursed by a travelling peddler. To wander the earth, never knowing rest, for 500 years. And they hate that.
Thank you very much, Alistair. Very good. At the end of that round, the points go to Josh Hughes. Well done. Come on back. First up is Class, who was given that. Ed Byrne.
So I didn't grow up particularly middle class. I've ascended into the middle classes now, but I don't really feel like I belong. I feel like I'm just sort of observing and reporting what middle class people do, like hanging up wooden letters above your oven, spelling out the word bake. What's happened to you people? What has happened to you that you suddenly need all these ornate wooden Post-it notes in every room in your house, remind you how to use each room in your house? You go to a middle-class house now, every room you go into is like going into an escape room. You know, what are we doing here? I don't know, check the cushions. Oh, apparently we should live our best life. Look for more clues. Seriously, we rented a cottage a few summers ago, and every room you went into, every room, you go into the kitchen, and one wall's got cook, and the other wall's got eat. Thanks for the tips, lads. Glad I read those in the right order. You go into the living room, and one wall's got chill, and the other wall's got relax. You go into the bedroom, above the bed, it's got love. Oh, my God, I'm gonna... Just wandering around this cottage going, was this place decorated by the dude from Memento? Seriously. So, you know, last day of that holiday, I went to the craft shop. Bought myself some letters. They can't withhold your deposit because you added decorations to a property. That's not a rule. Went into that bathroom, just put shit above the toilet. Tasteful wooden letters, little white lights, Times New Roman. Into the shower enclosure with me stencil kiss just to go cheeky wank. It's gotta be done. Small victory, isn't it? Cheers.
Thank you very much, everyone. That leaves us with Milton. Let's see what your topic is. Let's spin the wheel. The topic is anger. OK, Milton.
Again? People are angry. I'm angry, you're angry, Ed's angry about letters. The railway workers are angry. I saw them demonstrating in the street the other day. I went out, took them some ice cubes as their placards demanded. Turns out they wanted justice. Do you ever have a conversation with someone and towards the end they say, well, I'll let you go? And you think, yeah, thanks. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're trying to make me think that you think that I've got better things to do. But in reality, you're saying that you've got better things to do. Well, next time someone says to you, I'll let you go, say, no. Shut the door. If they make some dive for the window, grab them by their ankles. As they're dangling 4 stories above the car park, scream, this has all been a terrible mistake. Say, OK, I'll let you go. The AA, the RAC, don't get me started. My own particular bugbear is a cross between an insect and a mammal. To be honest, because people say that as well, don't they? And you think, what do you mean, to be honest? You mean everything you've been saying so far hasn't been honest? Well, how can we trust what you're going to say now? Anyway, you've been a great audience. But to be honest, I'll let you go.
Thank you very much. Points there to Milton Jones. Our first topic, please, let's spin the wheel. First topic is technology. Angela.
I embrace new technology. I do. I think it's brilliant. I'm really proud of the way we've all taken on new technology in the last 2 years. Who 3 years ago knew what Zoom was? None of us did we? A couple of weeks ago, I had to do an online speed awareness course. You should be doing that on something called Zoom, but that's the world we live in now. You know? And I appreciate it. I do, because I think you get to an age, you do, where you start to get a bit scared of new technology. It's happened to me. I'm 45. All right, I gave you a moment for a gasp of surprise. Fuck you all. And I've started getting scared of it. I noticed it about 3 years ago. I bought a tumble dryer, right? Now, that's not the thing that scared me. But when it was delivered to my house, I saw this tumble dryer was Wi-Fi enabled. And 3 years on, I've got no idea why. Why does a tumble dryer need Wi-Fi? Is drying clothes boring? Does it want to watch Netflix? I've got no idea. All it's done is make me paranoid that the Russians are going to hack it, and I think they already have, because the other day I took my laundry out and all the little socks were inside one big one. So, you know. But I think, no, I'm not going to be scared of new technology. It is brilliant. I've got a phone that can recognise my face. That already makes it better than my nan. Come on. I blame Hollywood. I do. For decades, Hollywood has told us, haven't they? Be afraid of new technology. The robots are coming. It's the rise of the robots. They're going to wipe out humanity. Be afraid of AI. I'm not scared of robots. You shouldn't be scared of robots. And I'll tell you why. Because they haven't even worked out how to tick a box that says, I am not a robot. Brilliant. Where are they?
Thank you very much, Angela. That leaves us with Glenn. Let's see what your topic is. Let's spin the wheel. It's relationships.
Not what I think when I think relationships. I proposed to my girlfriend a few months ago, and so she's going to keep her surname, mainly because she rejected my proposal. And I think... Yeah, look, we broke up over it. It was horrible, because it's horrible when you live with someone, you break up, one of you's got to move out, suddenly you've got this whole empty bed to yourself. You look at the side of the bed you both used to share, their half's permanently empty. Even to this day, I still stare at that top bunk and I miss her. And you might be thinking to yourself, oh, sleeping in bunk beds as a couple, that's the least cool thing you can do. Incorrect. It is the coolest thing you can ever get to do with your life. You get to have sex with someone, then depart via a ladder. Yes, please. We went on a date. I was so nervous because there's so many things you've got to worry about. How was I going to dress to impress her? What was I going to wear? You know, do I wear my glasses? Do I wear my contact lenses? You know, do I compromise? One contact lens and a monocle. Done it before. I got so excited before the date. I bought stuff to wear for the date, and I got so excited when I bought the stuff, I wore it out the shop. I have never done that before in my life. I know, and you get weird looks when you do it. Why? I've bought those things. They belong to me. They're my condoms. I can do whatever I want, OK? We had a wonderful time together, wonderful date. You know, we're having that fun, free-flowing first date conversation, asking each other the usual questions. Where was your first kiss? Who's your big celebrity crush? Which 3 of these images contains a fire hydrant? Good security questions. And eventually it became quite apparent that the date was going to go one step further, and I was terrified about that. Not because I wasn't ready to have sex. You know, I was thinking, of course I'm ready to have sex. You know, that prophylactic's been on since I left Matalan. But I think... ruin the date. Not to sort of do myself down sexually, but I've always sort of worried that sex with me is a lot like Radio 4 comedy, you know, and that it's sort of grossly unappealing to anyone remotely my age. And just a minute. But look, we had a great time. I'm not going to go into details of it. We slept together. We did a favourite position, her on top, and me on top. It's how bunk beds work.
Thank you very much, Dan. Very good. After that round, the boys go to Angela Mars. Go and sit down. Okay. Our first topic, please. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is ageing. Sean.
Yeah. Well, I'm worried about ageing, of course. I'm 34, so I'm really in the business end of my mid-20s. My wife's actually turning 30 soon. She's really struggling with it. She keeps saying things like, I can't be 30. I don't feel like a grown-up. And I'm like, that's not how life works, babe. You know, just because you don't feel like something doesn't mean you're not something. You know, I don't feel like a tax avoider. It doesn't change what I am. The truth is, I'm in my 30s. I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life. The happiest I've ever... Not because my life's improved in any way, shape or form. I've just finally lowered my ambitions enough that they fit there. I mean, you think this is what I wanted to be when I was a kid? You think this is what I wanted to look like? Roald Dahl character on a come-down. You think this is what I wanted to be? Lionel Messi's crackhead nephew. I hate my life. I thought I was a genius. All through my teens and 20s, I thought I was a genius, despite all evidence to the contrary. I thought I was a great mind, despite being described by one of my university professors as, and I quote, the worst student I have ever encountered in life or fiction. Right, fiction. But it slips away, youth. Slips away. We have it and it goes. No one knows where it goes. 1 minute you're 19, you're smoking spliffs in your bedroom, you're saying things like, Kings of Leon can change the world. Before you know it, you're 34. Man from EDF Energy's knocking at your door. You're pretending you're Spanish. You don't have to give a meter reader. Yo, it goes.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sean. OK, that leaves us with Glenn. Let's see what your topic is. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is drinking.
When I drink, I go by the usual drinking rules. You know, sort of like beer before wine, makes you feel fine. Absinthe before whiskey, please call me an ambulance. The usual. I never really thought I drank that much until one day my girlfriend felt the need to ask me if I was over the drink-drive limit. And I was like, you know, OK, do you know what? If we are counting 1 shot of whiskey as over the drink-drive limit, then fine, OK? Right, I'm 11 times over the drink-drive limit. And she got angry at me, told me off. She called me immature. That is what stopped me most. She called me immature. Day of my dog's birthday party. Immature. Our whole relationship was based on alcohol. The first date we ever went on, it was fueled by drink. Tipsiest date I've ever been on. She was flirting with me in the most tipsy, flirtatious way. She did something called the cherry stem trick. She was eating from this bowl of cherries on the first date, got a cherry stem, put it into her mouth, tied it into a knot with her tongue. It's got very sexual connotations. Then she took things one step further. She put a whole Kinder Egg in her mouth, pulled out a fully assembled toy. I'm trying to go the whole year without alcohol as a fun challenge, and now I'm trying to, like, jazz up sober life in any way I can. Like, now, for instance, when I have tea in the mornings, I have black tea, and I have milk in a separate shot glass, and I put the shot glass of milk inside the tea and knock it over like a Jaeger bomb. It's the only way I can enjoy it. You know, my parents tried to cheer me up, took me to Alton Towers to try and cheer me up. I was still miserable there. We had such a miserable time at Alton Towers, that after we'd been on the log flume, we bought a photo of a different family's ride. Thank you.
Well done, very good. Yeah, that round.
round. The points go to Sean McLaughlin. I'll do that. OK.
Right, OK, what do I do?
You read all the way through there.
OK. This round is a stand-up challenge. I launch the Wheel of News, and wherever it chooses to stop, one of our performers must step forward and talk about that subject. And the winner is whoever I think is the funniest. OK, here we go. Spin the wheel. So the first subject is parties. Who wants to have a go about that?
I'll do it. I get invited to a lot of parties, usually as a waiter. The parties have changed as I've got older, you know. Recently, I had to go to a murder mystery party because it's not enough to go to a dinner party anymore and just wish you were dead. It's always the same, the way you get invited to this stuff. It's always, come round to my house, I'm having a dinner party, yeah. It's not always hosted by Tom Allen, but quite often. Come along! I'm having a dinner party, that's right. But not just any dinner party, a dinner party set in 1956. Oh, there's a dress code, and the dress code is inconvenient. You've all got to be in character all night. That's how a murder mystery works. You're all in character all night, right? And the characters of this thing are impossibly international. Right, the representation on display is... I went to this one, there was like a Swiss diplomat character, there was a German scientist, a British naval officer. One of the characters was Chinese. None of the guests were Chinese. That's a real test of acting range and moral acceptability. As Sharon from St Albans attempts to spend her evening as Emperor Yang. I mean, she nailed it, but it was not OK. I got my character. My character was needlessly French. His name was Jacques Philippe. And Jacques Philippe was a struggling French journalist in need of a big story to save his career, right? But I was mingling. I was in character. I was like, OK, I'll go around. I'll be Jacques Philippe. I was there like, bonjour, bonjour. Je m'appelle Jacques Philippe. Je suis un struggling French journalist in need of a grand story to save ma career. Because a French GCSE will only get you so far. As soon as I saw his name, I was like, oh, I hope this guy likes going swimming with his dad, or I'm screwed.
OK,
that leaves us with Dara, so let's see what your topic is. Spin the wheel, please. OK. Your topic is job loss?
Yeah. Let's spin it again.
OK, let's spin it again.
Spin it again. Is that an option?
Yeah, it's always been an option.
Yeah.
Did you not know that?
Dara,
you don't have to take the first
I
pick.
just had to improvise a Tom Allen impression.
No, you can always go for another topic. Let's get something completely different.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go for another.
Let's spin the wheel again. This is, I think on here, it's seeking new employment. Is that all right?
Just one more. Just go for one more, and we'll see if it's something more.
Leave it with me.
OK.
We'll spin it once more. Slightly incomprehensible, but this is retirement.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I'm not ready to be retired for many reasons, not least because I am no use around the house. The one thing I've insisted on the house is that, like, I like the house to be quite automated, and I have done that, like with Alexa, for example. Got Alexa to the house, not because I felt it would automate the house, but also because I felt it'd kind of be sexy. It'd kind of be a cool thing to do. You'd arrive home after an evening out with your lady, and Alexa would be there, and you'd go, Alexa, play some Prince. And then the sweet, funky music would start, and it would all be a lovely mood. Like, but obviously, the limitations of my accent and voice recognition are as you go, Alexa, play some Prince, and Alexa will go, printing documents now. And then you have to bang to the incessant rhythm of the printer. And that is incredibly difficult to maintain. Jesus, those things are relentless. I'm not a young man anymore, but I can do 3 minutes at that speed tops before I'm praying for a paper jam or any kind of my cartridge problem, right? But I did put all the others. There's an app you can put all the stuff on your phone onto. The lighting, all this kind of stuff, like whatever. All the all that kind of stuff, like whatever. Never necessarily that smart, like whatever. The lighting, for example, wasn't a great idea because I'd often be woken very middle of the night. I'd be going, oh, the lights, whoa, what are the lights doing on? And then I realised that my wife, on the train to work at 7 a.m., had simply taken out her phone and gone, time you got up, bang. So, this is escalating. Onto the same app, I've now put heating and air conditioning. So at will, I can plunge individual rooms into cold and dark, and then use Spotify to play children singing nursery rhymes. I did this while I was away on tour one day, and then I rang my wife to see if she enjoyed my little joke. And she said, you seem to have forgotten that I was on call tonight. I'm actually at work. But I just had a text from the babysitter, and she's shitting herself.
Well done. At the end of that round, I'm going to give all the points to Dara, because then at the end of the game, he's going to give all the points to me.
That's it! Very good.
OK, here we go. The first subject is interviews. Who wants to come in that?
OK.
Matt.
Go for that. It's fascinating watching different politicians and how they deal with interviews. Ed Miliband, when he gets asked a question he doesn't like, will just have this amazing technique where he'll just ask himself a new question and answer that instead. And it really works. He got asked before the election by Nick Robinson. Mr Miliband, you've said you'll set a new mansion tax if you become Prime Minister, but you won't yet tell us at what rate you would set it. And Miliband just went, look, Nick, if you're asking me, have I got a plan for the housing market, then the answer's yes. It's amazing. Farage is one of the best ones at it, because no matter what you ask him, he'll get a political answer in some way. You could say, Nigel, what you had for breakfast, mate? And he'd go, tea, toast and the Telegraph, great British breakfast. He always manages to get his messages across. Boris Johnson is fascinating because he just loves avoiding questions, and he uses a twin-track approach of flattery and Latin. And this genuinely works. If he was here now, you could say, Boris, come on, just admit it. You want to be Prime Minister. And he'd go, oh, no, let me just say, great to be here amongst such great learned people on this crucible of culture. Reminds me very much of a phrase my father used to use, divitas, divitum, rectum.
Well done, Matt. Very good. OK, so James is left. Let's see what he's been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is Britain.
I wish I was Mexican. Love everything about... I love Mexican food. My favourite place to eat is a Mexican restaurant called Oaxaca. All you need to know about Oaxaca, everyone steals their spoons. So much so that every January, Oaxaca have a spoon amnesty on. You bring back one of the stolen spoons, and then they reward you with 3 tacos. Genius. Not only do they get their spoons back, they also get to watch while the thieves eat tacos, which I imagine have been interfered with beyond belief. Love Mexican food, love Mexican music. Mariachi music, best music in the world. Top 3 mariachi songs. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3, nothing, because there are no other mariachi songs. Ever been to a mariachi nightclub? It's full of people just going up to the DJ like, hey man, have you got yeah, I'll play it next. How about open your ears, I'm playing it right now. You can request that song during the next one. Growing up in school, I was the only kid in my whole school who liked mariachi music. It was a nightmare. I couldn't walk down the corridor without some knob knocking my sombrero off my head. Stepping on the back of my poncho on the way in a maths class. Once, a kid wrote Chimichanga Bumboy across my forehead while I was having my post-lunch siesta. He also drew a moustache on my face, but to be fair, that played into my hands.
Bravo, very good. It's close, but for sticking to the topic, James Acaster gets the points. Well done to both of you. Come on back. And the first subject is relationships. Ellie.
So I've got quite a close relationship with my sister, and she's got my little nephew, Henry, who is a prick. No, he is. Don't take his side. You haven't met him. Because before he came along, I was the youngest in the family. I was the baby of the family, which we all know is the socially acceptable way for saying favourite. A role I was born to play until my sister, Slaggy McSlaggerson, got herself knocked up by some dude she had barely been married to for 6 years. Suddenly, it was all about her and the baby within. Now, initially, naively, I did actually get quite excited about the pregnancy, because I think, especially from, like, a female point of view, you wouldn't be human if you didn't get excited about your sister putting on a lot of weight. Had a lot of fun with that. We did. I changed her ringtone to the sound of a large lorry reversing. Just sisterly banter, really. But the banter stopped when the baby came, because suddenly it was all about him. No one paid me any attention anymore. Like, I don't know if you've ever had, like, sort of a family dinner with a small child around. It's a nightmare. There's food being thrown, there's shit everywhere, there's tits hanging out. You name it, I tried it, still nothing. Thank you.
Okay, very good. OK, that leaves us with Milton. Let's see what you've been given us. Spin the wheel. And the topic is entertainment.
I'm reading a book at the moment. It's called The Anticlimax. The first part is good. I see Rihanna had to cancel a concert because she got salmonella. Ella. I also see that down by the Thames they're making another wheel, this time dedicated to Mary Poppins, called the London Diddle-Diddle-Diddle-Diddle-Eye. My grandmother, she got her scarf caught in one of those Ferris wheels, but she did regain consciousness. After all, what goes around... I was in a nativity play once. I was the man who scares the children because he comes into the hall on the wrong day to play badminton. Lionel Richie says hello, by the way. The other day, I saw a sheep pole dancing in a kebab shop.
Thank you very, very much. OK. Getting that round the points. Got a Milton Jones. Well done. Let's go back. OK, here we go. The first subject is parties. Who wants to go into that? James.
I went to a surprise party recently with my friend Daryl. We were all in his living room, all of us, in the dark, hiding. His girlfriend turned to us all. She went, right, he's going to be here in a minute. When he gets in, everyone jump out, yell surprise, and that will be really surprising. I argued it'd be a lot more surprising if instead of making all that commotion, we all just stood there in his living room in the dark, just... When he comes in and turns the lights on, see how surprised he is then? It's a good party. I schmoozed. I'm good at schmoozing. Buttering people up. I'll give you some schmoozing tips, why not? A lot of people will tell you when you're schmoozing, have a good icebreaker, right? Break the ice. What they won't tell you, at the end of the conversation, unbreak the ice. You don't want anyone else swooping in, taking advantage of all the lovely little ice cubes that you created. So freeze it over again before you leave. So as you're leaving, just slide something under the fence, like death comes to us all, something like that.
So, Gary's left. Let's see what topic you have, Gary. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is childhood.
I didn't know what to get my little niece for Christmas, so I asked my sister what she's into. And apparently, at the moment, she's mad about frozen stuff, so I got her some oven chips and peas. They love that. Every Christmas day, we'd always have pigs in blankets. or as you probably call them, relatives sleeping in the spare room. Winnie the Pooh, possibly the most vindictive chapter in Nelson Mandela's autobiography. It was only after I shot the 5th zombie that I started to wonder why they were all carrying bags of sweets and ringing my doorbell. I've been trying to recapture my lost youth. I really must get that cellar door fixed. One time when I was a kid, I bought a chocolate bar. On the inside of the wrapper, it said, "You're a loser." I wouldn't mind if there'd been some sort of competition on. To make things worse, it was a boost. As a family, we couldn't decide whether to have Nana buried or cremated, so in the end, we let her live. My 13-year-old cousin's already started taking heroin. It's amazing, isn't it? They shoot up so fast these days.
Well done, very good. Points in, I'm going to go to Lady. Everyone come back. The first subject is magazines. Who wants to come in that?
OK. As a woman, most of your life is designed to make you feel a little bit shit. And magazines are responsible for that. You know, magazines like OK, which I look at on the shelves and think, when are they going to stop putting people on the front of that who are quite clearly not OK? Magazines will recommend that you have plastic surgery. That seems to be everywhere. Too much plastic surgery these days. I think that's why they've invented emoticons. Right, they're for women who've had too much plastic surgery, so you can just hold up an iPad and say, I feel happy, I feel sad, I feel like a smiley poo with eyes. But I think the worst thing that magazines do is they perpetuate trends, really bad trends, right? I don't know how you guys feel about vajazzling. But I genuinely believe it is a plot by religious groups to get gay men interested in vaginas. By making them look like disco balls. I told my mum about the vajazzling, right? I said, Mum, they do this thing now where they put Diamante on your downstairs. And my mum just went, vajazzling? In my day, you were lucky if you gave it a wash.
Thank you very much, Chef. OK, that leaves us with Romesh. Let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is parenting.
I'm a parent. You know, we had our first child, and our first child is such a lovely kid. You know, he always says please and thank you. He's such a wonderful, wonderful little boy. I said to my wife, do you know what? I think we might have mastered parenting. I think it's just about setting clear boundaries and being consistent. The second one, feral. Right. Like, I love him, but what a prick this kid is. Like, I love him, but what an unacceptable human being. Like, I love him, but I don't like him. You know, that's... Like, I'm gonna have to say to him one day, you're a mistake. And not, like, in the way that the contraception went wrong. Like, the decision to have you was a mistake. Sometimes I want him to get hurt. There you go, I said it. Now, listen. I don't mean really hurt. I don't mean really hurt, I just mean a little bit. You know, because he doesn't listen, this kid. When I say to him, don't do that, dude, because if you do that, you're going to get hurt. And then he does it, and he doesn't get hurt. That pisses me off, right? Because that is life telling him that I'm full of shit. This kid's running with scissors with no consequences, do you know what I mean?
Very good. I think the points go to dinner time. Come on back, both of you. And the topic is exercise.
We all know we need to do more exercise. I mean, we've now got the fattest kids in Europe. I'm not going to make fun out of obese children. I've learnt not to do that. They will come down on you like a ton of bricks. I'm didn't like exercising as a kid. When I was a kid, I was made to go swimming in a pool that had a Veruca pool before you got into it. The Veruca pool. Do you remember the Veruca pool? They actually called it the Veruca pool. You can't encourage children to walk in something that's called a Veruca pool. It's like offering somebody the use of your chlamydia flannel, isn't it? I mean, I try and exercise a bit more now. I've started doing yoga because apparently it increases your flexibility and spirituality. And I've got to be honest, it's pretty good. I'm now so good at the downward-facing dog, I have on occasion caught glimpses of my own third eye. I did a half marathon though a few months ago, which was pretty good. You know, don't be overly impressed, which you're clearly not. But I only finished yesterday, so there's clearly a lot of work to be done. And I did the run for charity, and I know a lot of people are doing things for charity. You can't just exercise now, can you? You've got to do it for a good cause. And I get a lot of those emails. I know we all do. You know, will you sponsor me? Will you sponsor me? I'm like, what are you doing? I'm flip-flopping up Kilimanjaro for diarrhoea. Pogoing across the Arctic for trapped wind. Are you? Don't do that. I mean, the last London Marathon, it cost me an absolute fortune because I sponsored loads of friends, right? I gave one friend 20 quid because he was doing it for cancer research, another friend 20 quid because he was doing it for heart disease, another one 20 quid because he was doing it for diabetes. In the end, it was actually cheaper for me to join Bupa.
OK, that leaves us with Milton. Let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the subject is work.
I didn't think I'd get a loan from the bank for my knitting business, but when I turned up actually wearing one of the balaclavas... I used to be a weatherman. In fact, does anyone want to buy a broken barometer? No pressure. If there'd been a mix-up, my uncle could have ended up as the next president of the United States. He's an undertaker in the army, or Barack Obama. Soldiers, of course, very emotionally repressed. Sometimes you see one of them go into the middle of a parade ground and shout, "Attention!" What he needs is a hug. Well, that's what I thought. My dad, he was a soldier, so, of course, as a family, we were always moving around a lot, because he used to use us for target practice. 6 hours I had to wait in the other day for the electrician until he opened the cupboard under the stairs and I was able to leap out at him. I remember when I was a policeman, I was asked to seal off an area and I went... That's all right, thank you.
Well done. Points there for Milton Jones. Come on back. OK, here we go. Let's have a look at the first topic. First topic is health.
I had to have my penis looked at. By a doctor. I didn't just wake up one morning and go, oh, more people should be looking at this, quite frankly. I used to spend an hour a day at my bedroom window with it pressed up against the glass. It was a scary experience having to go to the doctors. I thought I should build up the courage to get down there and have it looked at. Well, I went in there, my courage flew out the window like a little bird. Because as soon as I went in there, I found out that the doctor who I had an appointment with was a lady doctor. Now, I obviously don't have a problem with ladies being doctors. In fact, give them the vote, that's what I say. But there is a worry if there's a lady poking round down there. In that context, what if your nethers decide, ooh, think it's time to go to work? Luckily, then, I remembered I'm not an Alsatian whose lipstick pops out at the slightest whiff of an undercarriage. I needn't have worried because she was a good doctor, she was a great doctor. She put me at ease straight away using one word. This is what she said. She said, OK, Mr Gamble, just go behind that curtain there and pop it out for me. There's the word pop. Now, pop is a lovely word. As soon as I heard that word, I knew everything was going to be fine because she was not expecting anything big in that area at all. Because the word pop is reserved for very small things. No one has ever said, come in, help me, pop the elephant in the van, have they? So I was relaxed. Better than me going in there and her saying, OK, just heave yourself out your trousers, woman. Just haul yourself out the front of your trews. Just swing yourself over in my direction. Maybe I can bring out this Shire horse and he can drag your junk over towards my workstation. Or open this corner cupboard and bring out a team of pantomime dwarves who can shoulder your meat and waddle it over towards me, like pallbearers at a weird circus cock funeral. Thank you.
Good job. OK, that leaves us with Rob. Let's see what we've been left with for a topic. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is growing up.
Yeah, I've had a big year. I've been growing up, got married. And I live with her as well. We're doing nice. I like it, it's exciting. She's pretty happy about the marriage, though. She's got a passport now, so... But it's weird though, like when you're getting, like, you grow up and you get like your friends all getting couples and stuff like that. They always go like, why don't we do Come Dine With Me? No. If we're going to do a television programme, let's do Total Wipeout. It's much more fun, isn't it? I don't want to just cook more. And it's weird though, because my mum did different things when she was growing up. She used to do Tupperware parties, and these don't exist. This is where groups of grown women used to buy and sell lumps of plastic. Like, what kind of night-in's that? And, like, the only thing that ever got bought at a Tupperware party was a big bowl, going to be used for salads in the summer, just turned into the house sick bowl. Everyone's got one of these horrible bowls in their house. It's a bowl you keep in your house so every member of your family's been sick in at least once. What kind of life's that for the bowl? He's at the Tupperware party, I'm a big bowl, going to see some salads in my time. No, mate, sick forever. The thing is as well, like, I used to come home from the pub, not even going to be sick, just a bit pissed, and Mum goes, get in the sick bowl, you need the sick bowl. Oh, I don't need the sick bowl, Mum, but I get the bowl, I look in it, get flashbacks, I'm sick everywhere. There's been 3 generations of sick in that bowl. It's the closest thing we've got to an heirloom.
Well done, very good. Well done, both of you. Points for both Rob and Ed. Come on back.